Yeah,
So heading into the Oxford game, how do you look at it? Is it a chance to get another game and another look at these young lads?
yeah, it is. It's we've still got to assess those boys, because they did well in the first game. Not quite sure who we're going to play, and at the minute we'll have a roll call later on with the boys from yesterday, and get the group together and see where we are. It's a good opportunity for that. Obviously, Kean would need a game as well, so a chance for him to show his credentials. We've seen him in training, and the half in the first game. So a number of reasons. It's a good game for us, and obviously good competition as well. So we'll be looking forward to that one.
You know a lot about these young lads, having been sort of the head of youth when quite a lot of them were probably given their 2-year scholarships.
Yeah.
How do you sort of gauge their development at what has been a very difficult time for the club?
Yeah, I think just looking back at all the boys that have been around in the last 3-4 years, it's some of them are victim of circumstances probably. In a more successful side at the time, you would probably could have given them, blend them in a bit more and given them a bit more time. But that's always a problem at a club like Cheltenham. How long do you give these lads? And you do need the way that the club went in the last 18 months or so before, it was difficult to put them in, and then you don't have the time to give them to develop. So it's one of those things. I'm sure some of them will come good again. That have left and on the way sort of out. But it's and the boys we've got in now, the second years and first years. There's some good players in there. Obviously, we've seen Luke go off, and unfortunately Pringy went as well. So, but there's a few good lads in there that it'd be a good test for them again. It's over a length of time. You've got to see them. You can't make rash decisions on young lads. I think you've got to see. They've done well in one game. Can you reproduce it in 2 games? That's the big thing with young boys, is consistency in performance, and repeating things properly over and over again.
Gary said after Oxford that the first game that maybe some of them had sort of gone up in his estimation. Was that the same with the entire coaching staff?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, 1 or 2 that we probably hadn't seen a lot of. I've seen them, but you're unsure of them at a senior level. Probably did better than we thought, and if they can reproduce that, then they'll put themselves right in there. With a chance of getting something. So it's a chance for us to look at that. Like I said, we'll have a look at the boys that played yesterday, see if anyone's available, and who wants to play and who's around, and we'll assess that probably tomorrow after speaking to the physios later on today.
Yeah, obviously the chance to play in an adult competition against grizzled old pros is probably something that is a bit of a luxury, and perhaps does give you more of an idea about these young lads earlier on. Yeah,
it tests them. I think it's physical, mental, concentration levels, taking on instruction. It's all those sort of things that they've got to be, because at youth level, 21s, whatever, you can sort of semi get away with it, and it's not too costly for you. It's seen as development, and whereas here it's not. It's win or bust really.
Yeah, the FA Trophy is a competition that has its pros and cons at this time. You've probably seen both with Cheltenham as a player winning it, and now when it's almost not in the way, but it's very much a second fiddle thing.
No,
is that a good thing for football that these things happen?
It's just the way it is. How else can they? I've been looking at it. How else can the National League organise it? Really, it's one of those that they've got to get all the other games out of the way first. The preliminary rounds and all that. So that can't be done till a fair amount of chunk into the season. So it has to be done now. Really, there's not a lot we can do about it. But you've got to be some squad and team to win both.
Yeah.
I think it was 20 odd years ago, wasn't it? Last time was it Colchester?
Yeah, so
something like that.
Yeah,
25, 30
I think
years
Wickham
ago.
and Colchester did it both.
So, obviously you go into every game going to win it. So we'll see where it takes us, and we won it 98.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah, 97, 98. It was my first year here, and then semi-finals, wasn't it, to Kingstonian the year after. So we gave it a good shot then. Obviously went up that second year. So, but it's a good competition, and there's always that for every non-league player, and there's that prize of a Wembley appearance.
Do you remember that Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday that was forced on by that? How difficult was that to play?
Well, it was difficult. It stretches the squad. You've got to be fit and mentally and physically and look after yourselves. And I think that was instilled into us, and it's the same as this group now. It's instilled into them. Number of ways you can do that. But I think we won the game. We won the league with 3 or 4 games to go, didn't we? So the last sort of week and a half, 2 weeks, we were okay. Although
you were done.
Yeah, we didn't. We took our foot off the pedals. But I remember Steve saying to us, "You can do what you like when you win the league," and we thought, okay, but we couldn't, even though we did.
Yeah.
So I think we lost. Did we lose the last 2?
I think lost 2, drew 1. Yeah.
So and I remember him. He spoke to another manager, and they said, "Well, what can you do? You've set out what you've set out to do, and that's what happened." So but no, good times, and we're looking forward to tomorrow. We'll be giving it our best shot to get through.
It's funny. What was the mood like yesterday after that? Had that quite sunk in with everybody? What happened in those crazy last few minutes?
I know it was. It was just the way our season's gone, really. We seem to pull things out when not expected. The boys have got a great character to keep going, and determination and spirit. You can see that. It's. I don't know where it came from, really. It was just one of those things, and you can see Doe retiring. That they've got a certain way of playing, and a couple of real exceptional players. I think in Dever Dixon, what he does, and Miller is a very good player. And they caused us problems, but you could see us. We didn't quite get things going until late on, mid-second half probably, and you could see them tiring. It's got a lot of big lads, and functional players, I would say. And we managed to keep at it, and a couple of things fell for us, didn't they? Dates come on, and as ill as he was, he managed to produce a little bit of spark that got us a couple of chances. Right, he finished off his penalty and was there. In the right place at the right time to cap off, a fantastic turnaround in the last, 5-6 minutes, like we've done a few times. So the game itself was poor, wasn't it? I think myself and Bookie were threatening we had our fingers hovering over the cancellation button on our subscriptions, which I had a joke with the guy on the side about. But no, it's great to get through, and I think the key to winning leagues is. I remember Steve McLaren, we had a meeting. Had a meeting with him one time, and he said, a team that win its time at Man United, he said teams that win leagues find a way to win. Doesn't matter how you do it, you find a way, and I think that's very important. Yeah,
obviously there's been a focus on trying to improve performances as such, but while I suppose you are ticking off the results, that massive concern isn't there?
No, well, exactly. You're going to get peaks and troughs in performances, aren't you? Players aren't going to play well for 46 games, and they're not going to probably play 46 games. That's the facts of the nature that we're in, and the competitiveness of the game. But even though performances may dip and go up and down, results have to sort of stay fairly level. And like I said, if you've got 7 or 8, 9 performing to a decent level every week, you've got a good chance.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.